All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the subscribe button. I need more subscribers, y'all. Tell your friends to subscribe. No, because I guess, they got these rules and whatever. If you got more subscribers, you can go live and stuff like that. Because I don't really mess with Instagram. Like, Instagram is for young people every time. And my wife would kill me. I look at Instagram, it's just like it's like every other post is like some woman. Anyway, so I can't do that. So I'm basically a Facebook, YouTube type dude. Anyway, that says how old I am. This is grays. Anyway, I want to talk about China some more. And the reason why I want to talk about China some more is because I see all these posts about people boycotting stuff. Oh, we're not gonna go to the nail shop. We're not gonna buy the hair anymore. Stop ordering products from China and all this kind of stuff. And so, and it's like, because I guess, and over the illusion that China is putting Africans out and that Africans are putting China out and all this kind of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, where was all of this outrage? Look at all of the companies that dog us out and we still buy their stuff. Even the NFL, all of the times. I mean, look, Europeans have done way more stuff, way worse stuff to us, but yet and still, it's when you talk about boycotting a European run company, then it's like crickets in the room. Nobody wants to do nothing. So y'all, everybody was just, we know that they discriminated against Kaepernick. We know for a fact that they have disparity in the way that they treat the players, all of that, but we don't boycott that. Why? Because we like it. All right. And then where are you going to get, I saw somebody today, they were talking about, well, we need to start making everything in America. But what you don't realize is rich Americans, the billionaires have sold us out. See, when Trump and them be talking about all that stuff about, we need to basically stop people from coming in the country, their whole immigration thing, Mexicans, they're taking our jobs. No, that's not what's happening. What's really happening is that they're sending our jobs out of the country. Why? Just like call American. Anybody got American Express? If you got an American Express card, call American Express or call Boost Mobile or T-Mobile, or I got Boost Mobile and T-Mobile. I can't afford Verizon. Well, I used to have an AT&T account, but I closed it because their internet at my house where I was like real messed up, so I had to get rid of it. But look, all I'm saying is that they sent your jobs out of the country. Call these companies, and who do you get on the line? You get somebody, they are not American, and their name is Joe or John. Hello, this is John. Thank you for calling. And I'm not trying to be racist. I'm telling the truth. This is not a stereotype. It is not being prejudiced. It's get on there and call. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. All right. So I'm just telling you, basically, think about it. All right. And everything that I do is to encourage you to think, to become a free thinker. All right. Become a free thinker. Stop just believing stuff and stop just doing stuff just because you think, you are not thinking. So now all of a sudden y'all want to boycott China, but guess what? It's going to be pretty much impossible because pretty much everything, your underwear, even China make your drawers. Okay. I just want y'all to know that everything is made there. Why? Because they can get cheap labor. And why is that? It's because of the control of the aristocracy of this country, the greed. Okay. So because they're always looking for another class of slaves. Listen to that again. They're always looking for another class of slaves or another place. Why do you think, just like when Michael Jordan everybody was like mad at Michael Jordan, now everybody's in love with because his little documentary is on TV. But look, But all of those shoes, those Nike shoes, are being made for less than $5, and then are being in Indonesia, and then are being shipped over here and being sold for hundreds of dollars. The markup, the profit margin is like 100%, 200, 300, 500%. That's why he's a billionaire. That's why Nike has billions of dollars. Okay, they're doing it based upon what? They're doing it based upon being able to find slave labor. And even though they're getting paid, it's still, in essence, is slave labor. And the same thing in China. See, China has the ability to be able to produce these goods and services, the same thing. Just like, why are the customer service people, why are they always in Pakistan and India and all of that? It's because they're willing to work for nothing. And Americans, and especially black folks ain't gonna work for. Black folks are not gonna work for nothing no more. All right, so we not good slaves anymore. But they can go over to China, and they can get people to make this stuff, for pennies on the dollar. All right, and that's why. It has nothing to do with migration or immigration or any of that, or people wanting to get into the United States. They want jobs. And so that's why they come here. And the only jobs, the jobs that they will do, and that's why I keep, we always talk about cutting grass or doing construction and all these kind of things, because Americans don't want those jobs. They want to manage, they'll sit up there and they'll tell people what to do, but they don't want them jobs. I could take y'all right now. I could take y'all to some of those border towns here in Arizona that border with Mexico, and where they pick all the fruit and vegetables and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it just acres and acres and acres and acres and miles and miles and miles of fruit and vegetables. And guess what? If the Mexicans don't come across the border, it'll sit there and it will rot. Because there are no Americans, so y'all, if y'all want jobs, y'all come here, and I guarantee you can get a job right now today, and you don't have to have no documentation or nothing. You can walk up on one of them. They have these buses, and the buses have like a little, porta potties on the back and stuff like that, and everything, and you can work all day, and they'll pay you in cash. And some of these people, they'll walk across the border. That's why the whole border wall thing was hilarious, because they're like, do you know how many miles of border there are? And do you know who's going to stay out there in the middle? Who's going to stay out there in the middle of the desert? And it's starting to get hot too. That's another thing. Ain't nobody going to sit out there in 120 degree weather, trying to look for a Mexican crossing over so he can pick some lettuce. I mean, that's what the deal is. And they try to make it seem like, oh my God, all the Mexican, that's how Trump, oh my God, just like he told y'all to put disinfectant and bleaching. My son, happy birthday, by the way, son. My son told me this morning, he's like some dude, he read one story where some dude gave himself a bleach enema. How stupid can you get? That's stupid. All right. And that's what I'm saying. So you got to stop believing everything that these people tell you. You got to stop it. It's absolutely ridiculous. You must stop believing what the media says and stop believing what these conservative politicians are saying, because they're greedy. They just want money. And the conservatives own the media. Don't believe Dave Chappelle when he be like, don't believe what the liberal media says. Forget that. The media is not liberal. The media is conservative, and they are pushing an agenda of white nationalism and white supremacy. That's what it is. So y'all sit up there talking about boycotting the Chinese. Well, boycott the Americans first. They the ones that enslaved you. They the ones that are really stealing all the money. They stealing the money from China. They stealing money from everybody. And then y'all don't want to boycott them. It's hypocrisy. You're being a hypocrite. So then, and I've been saying that all the time. The only way, like when Papa John's hired Shaq for a little while, and then fired Shaq because people on the board don't like him or whatever. They come up with a new sandwich or whatever that thing is that they put on TV every 5 minutes, and now all of a sudden, black folks, everything is forgive and forget. I would never eat a morsel of food from Papa John's ever again. Until there's some real contrition, until there's some real like remorse from them. For what? I mean, there's literally like right here where I'm sitting across from Starbucks, there's literally, I can look around and there's like 5 pizzerias. so Papa John's, you off the list, baby. And your pizza ain't that good. So not to me. I know some people like it, but it ain't that good to me. So I'm just telling you right now, straight up, and you have to, if you're going to do this, then do it. But boycott everything and then buy from your own people. There are plenty of people that are out here who are doing stuff, that have restaurants, that have products, that have services, that have good businesses, and they need your support. Why? Because they're trying to, and the thing about it is they don't have long money. They just in startup mode. Most of them are in startup mode, or even if they've been in business for a while, they need your support continually. And like I was talking about, we make a conscious effort. We make a conscious effort to eat, in black restaurants, or, take carry out from black restaurants, buy from black businesses if we can, or whatever. And everybody should do that. There's some things that you might not be able to get, but the bottom line is there's no reason for us to keep on spending, $1 trillion every year, whatever the figure is. I can't never remember, but it's over at this point. I think it's like $1.5 trillion that we pour into the economy, but we're not respected as doing such. And we all know, and we talk about this all the time, we are this world's number one consumers because there's more of us. That's the other thing. Stop believing this whole minority thing. We are not the minority in the world. Melanated people are the majority of people in the world. Africa is the largest continent. Okay. And the only difference that China has over us is that China is unified. All right. China is like everybody is a Chinese person. Africans don't want to be unified. If we all said, okay, we Africans, even though or Acabulans, right? If we all said we're Acabulans and we all, did one thing and focused on one thing, as an economic force, we're unstoppable. That's why they don't like Pan-Africanism. I keep telling y'all. So when y'all dog out Umar Johnson, y'all are dogging out the man that really knows what he's talking about. Because Pan-Africanism, and I know everybody, you just look, let me tell you something. If we spend our money unified, and that's all the same thing with Gaddafi. Now everybody is like, we should have been with Gaddafi and all of this kind of stuff and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know something? The bottom line is, if we had the United States of Africa, all right, and we created the United States of Africa, and we had a one world African government and a one African currency backed by gold and silver, because Africa is basically the only place that you could really go and say, okay, we can actually make an economy backed by gold, because they actually got gold in the ground. It's one of the few places on earth where there's still gold. You can go to Ghana right now, Elmina, right? All my Ghanaians out there, you can go to Elmina right now, and what's in the ground? Gold. So stop with all this. Okay, we gonna boycott. Yeah, y'all not buying hair products and nail products. Big deal. Because people are making cars and and trucks and building buildings and all that kind of stuff. We need to get in the game, y'all. We got to get in the real game. Forget all this stuff. It don't even matter, because it ain't enough money in it. And start your own business. In fact, this is a good time. We at rock bottom now. In fact, we way below rock bottom. If y'all really want to know how the country is economically, we're way below. Anyway, the fastest 15 minutes is over. I'm done. You know, I know whoever hates me, hate me. But anyway, hit the like button. After I say hate me, then I hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Bye.